What to do when you discover the truth, and how to protect your privacy. One thing we always tell people when they discover they're speaking to a fake profile romance scammer is to block them. However, depending on the situation, that might not be enough. It can depend on the amount of time you've been speaking to the person and how much information this person knows about you. If you just met this person and you discover they're fake, of course, just block and move on. But what happens when you're in an online relationship with this person and have spent more than just a few moments chatting with them? The first thing, of course, is not to confront them. When you discover your online love is fake, just block them on social media. If you know the facts, don't confront. You can often make scammers angry this way and they'll seek revenge. Unfriend and block. Secondly, if you've been chatting to them on an app such as WhatsApp or Telegram, uninstall the app. Block their phone number on your phone as well, and block them from contacting you. If they know your email and you've been corresponding via email, block their emails and mark them as spam. Sometimes that's enough, but oftentimes it's not. Scammers have tons of phone numbers and email addresses. They also have other fake profiles they've created, and you can almost always count on them contacting you from a different number, email, or profile. They don't tend to give up easily, especially if they've invested time in you. It's even worse if you've given money or gift cards before discovering they're a romance scammer. If you've been in a long distance relationship where they've asked for money and you gave it to them, the scammer typically shares your information with other scammers so they can all give you a try and see if they too can obtain free money and gift cards from you. Let's say you've been in a long term relationship and the romance scammer has invested a lot of time in you. This is where things can get a little bit more difficult, and simply blocking, it's not enough. As always, the first step, of course, is to block them from contacting you on social media. Secondly, you may have to change your email address, as you will be bombarded with emails from them. This is why we always tell people it's best to have a secondary email that you use only for meeting and talking with strangers online and in dating sites. You will likely have to change your phone number. Scammers, once they obtain your phone number and email, share it on sites and share it in groups with other scammers. You'll find yourself also getting bombarded with phone calls from numbers all over the globe. This is also why we encourage people, if you're financially able to buy yourself a prepaid cheap phone, or what they call a burner phone, and use it only to communicate with strangers that you've met online or people in dating sites. While this can be a pain to do, changing your number, email, and blocking them can help stop them from contacting you again, but it's not always a foolproof method. The scammer, if he is angry or feels you wasted his time, will create new profiles and contact you again. Romance scammers typically save your profile URL just in case, in the event you do block them or things turn sour, they can find you and contact you again. It's best also to warn your friends and family on social media about the person so they too can block them and be made aware of this person and what happened. Removing the stigma of romance scams helps others to not become victims as well. Depending on the relationship you had, it might be advisable to shut your profile down on social media or deactivate it for a few weeks or months. Making yourself unreachable is key, especially if you've lost money or if the romance scammer was expecting to get money from you and you blocked them. They feel they've wasted their time and you owe them. Romance scammers and the relationships they create with target victims can be complex. It can be a really difficult situation to free yourself from. While discovering a person is fake early on, it's as simple as blocking. Romance scam victims sometimes have to change everything and even close down their profiles and more to avoid them. If the relationship became even more complex and invasive, say you gave this person your banking login info, your phone payment info, and bill pay login, or more personal information, You'll have to change your passwords to all your online login info for bill pay, banking, and more. And in some cases, you'll have to create whole new accounts because the scammers gotten into your online accounts. Maybe they've ordered phones or used your banking info, changed your secret questions and answers, and more. While it's unfortunate that things do go this far, it happens often. This is why we always tell people if something feels off, block before things get started. And always protect yourself, especially on dating sites. Use a brand new email dedicated for just online relationships and dating and friendships. Too often, our real email addresses are linked to our personal lives, and scammers can find out a lot of information about you just by simply having your dedicated email address that you've used for years, or like myself, even decades. A cheap prepaid phone is also a good investment. If you want to try online dating and have phone chats with a possible love interest from online, get a cheap prepaid phone. Don't give strangers your phone number. Just like your email address, your phone number can lead them to a lot of personal information about you, including sometimes your home address, work address, and more. Keep things on the dating site or social media light. If someone demands your email or phone number, tell them no. Chat on the site with me or nothing at all. A genuine person will get to know you on the site and chat to you there. Also, don't feel inclined to friend people on social media you just met or don't really know. You can chat perfectly fine without friending them. Accepting a friend request is like opening the door to your virtual home, and it gives romance scammers the opportunity to know who your friends and family are, and they'll check out their profiles, and they'll take photos from your online social media, and learn a lot of personal things about you. Remember, again, real genuine people won't demand your phone number, email, or demand you friend them on social media right away. They'll respect your boundaries. Romance scammers have no respect for you or your boundaries, and it can lead to a world of trouble and an even bigger mess trying to change your phone number, email, and more once you discover the truth. Stay safe.